We've got chiropractor Dr. Liza Egbogah here to help us in this time of busyness.
Yes.
Where we tend to go, oh, I've got to do this, and I've got so many obligations to meet and so many parties to go to. And I know people, myself included, who have birthdays this time of year, which is so irritating because that just adds to all the stuff you have to do.
Why are people born then?
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So it becomes a time of stress instead of fun and relaxation and family time.
Absolutely. And for a lot of people, the holidays are so stressful. You have work deadlines, especially if you have year end. People need to get stuff done before the holidays because they're going away on vacation. They have to worry about travel. They have to worry about flights. They have to worry about packing. They have to worry about buying presents for people. So, I mean, it's no surprise people get stressed.
And you probably see so many people in your office at this time of year. I don't know what happened. Suddenly my back went out, right? But it's been building, all that stress.
Exactly. It's a super busy time. So, I mean, what can we do to avoid the stress and how can we deal with the stress?
How do we deal with it? You've got some tips for us today, right?
Absolutely. So, you need to stop and breathe. A lot of times when you're going through all this, people actually forget to breathe. So forgetting to breathe means that your muscles are going to be tighter, you're going to be more tired, you're going to feel more stress, and then you're more likely to be injured.
Do you know, it's funny you say that, but I truly believe that. When I'm stuck in traffic, there was a time when I would get so stressed about being stuck in traffic, I would feel like I was having heart pain, like chest pain.
Exactly, and that's why some people have
And it was just, I was forgetting to breathe.
Exactly. You can, by not breathing throughout the day, people can have anxiety, they can end up with depression. So when we talk about breathing, we're talking about stopping and doing some deep breathing.
Okay, like?
So I'm going to show you how to do this. So let's take one hand and just place it on our stomach. There we go. Now you want to breathe in through your nose, and then you want to breathe out through your mouth. Now,
what does this have to do with anything?
Okay, so as you're breathing in, you want to feel your belly rise or your belly come out into your hand. And then as you're breathing out, you want to feel your belly going back in. So you're not just breathing through your chest, you also want to make sure you're using your diaphragm and filling your belly with air.
So if you feel your shoulders coming up when you're breathing, instead of, it's not that, right? It's
exactly. The focus wants to be on your stomach. And for an added stress reliever, I recommend closing your eyes.
Uh-oh.
So you close your eyes, you take a deep breath in and out. Now, if you do about 10 of these deep breaths at a time, I can tell you after that 10 breath session, you're going to feel more energized, you're going to feel more peaceful. All those people you find annoying are going to be less annoying, and you're going to be more efficient at work and your holiday shopping and everything else you have to do.
You could actually do this in line, couldn't you? In the checkout line.
I do this all the time, even waiting to cross the street. I might just be standing there, I'm like, time to do a couple of deep breaths. I mean, I'm not going to close my eyes then, but if you are at work or you're at home or somewhere where you can close your eyes, that makes the breathing a lot more effective.
Smart. It's so simple, right? But
so
it's
simple.
Smart.
So now here's one that's not as simple because it actually involves more work, and that's exercise. We want to do cardiovascular exercise during the holiday times. Why? It gets the heart pumping, it gets the circulation going, and as an added bonus, you get endorphins. Endorphins are feel-good chemicals that are released by your body when you're doing cardio exercise. So you may feel stressed, you may feel tired, but all of a sudden you're doing this exercise and you're like, I feel great. And that's why people, after they have a good workout or they've had a great run, they feel like they're on top of the world.
You feel so much better when you've moved your body and got that blood flowing.
So much better, and not only that, you also sleep better. If you are sleeping better, you're going to wake up more refreshed and you're going to have a better next day. So what are some forms of cardiovascular exercise? Running, using your bike, elliptical. Don't have access to any of those things, you can just get up and do some jumping jacks. You can run in place, you can walk in place while watching TV. Those are all exercises that you can do without having to go to the gym.
Cool.
Number 3, stretching.
Oh, good.
Stretching is so important. Now, the reason stretching is so important is that when you are tense, you're going to hold a lot of tension in your neck, your shoulders, your back, your glutes, and all the way through your legs. by stretching, you're helping to relieve some of that tension, and that's why people feel so good after stretching or feel so good after doing yoga. So we're going to show you a couple of stretches today for those areas that tend to get tightest among people who get stressed.
Okay.
So let's start with our neck and shoulders. So for this one, you're going to put one hand on the side of your head. You're going to use that hand to pull that ear towards that shoulder. And then you should feel a nice stretch through here. Do you feel a good stretch there?
Yep.
And now, while you're doing that, you want to look towards your right armpit. Excellent. And now you feel the stretch move up into the neck. Now, what are you doing while we're doing these stretches? You are breathing. You're always breathing. If you are stretching without breathing, there's no point in stretching at all.
Why?
Well, if you, okay, you can relax from that for that part. So if you are stretching and you're not breathing, your muscles are not able to stretch properly because you're not getting oxygen to them. That is how some people can injure themselves while they're stretching. So if you're stretching and you're holding your breath, you can actually strain your muscles.
Jeepers, I didn't know that. I got to do the other side now.
Yes. And so we take a deep breath in and out.
Now look.
And look. Such a fast learner. Excellent. And you're breathing.
It's easy to learn something that feels good when you do it.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
And now we're going to do one that not only is it a stretch, but it's also a strengthening exercise. So you're going to interlock your fingers, and then you're going to have your fingers behind your back. Good. Now, while you're doing that, you are going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. By squeezing your shoulder blades together, you are strengthening the muscles in your middle back, and you're also helping to open up your chest. You're going to want to hold that for a good 10 seconds.
I can feel that I'm tight in my upper back. That's
Exactly.
probably pretty common, right?
So you're not just tight in your upper back, you're actually probably weak in your upper back as well. With all the time people spend sitting and hunched over and the tension like this, you overstretch the muscles in your mid back because they're weak. And that's why you want to strengthen them at the same time to help bring you back.
Pull you back, right.
And then the muscles that you're really stretching are these pec muscles here that are all caved in with tension. And you know what? By doing that and opening up, you can also breathe better, right?
That's true.
Because there's not as much compression on your lungs. Now, this is one of the best yoga poses that you can do to relieve stress, because not only is it balancing, but it stretches along your whole spine. And this is called the triangle pose. So we're going to have arms a little bit apart like this.
Arms or legs?
Sorry, your legs a little bit apart like that. Excellent. And you're going to take one hand and you're really just going to reach for your toes. And while you're reaching for your toes, you're jutting this hip out so that you can reach.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not have any accidents. You don't want to need a chiropractor.
Try that again. All right. Jut.
Yes. And then slowly lean over.
Okay. How's that?
That's excellent. And then while you're doing that, you now want to look towards your hand. Perfect. So now you're getting a stretch in your neck as well. And while you're doing that, you are also breathing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to breathe.
And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side.
Oh, you're always tighter on one side.
Exactly.
Oh, so for more information, or if we want to book an appointment with you because you're so fabulous, drlizaegbogah.com.
Absolutely. And if you want the perfect gift, a gift certificate for chiropractic or massage therapy will help relieve a lot of the stress.
That's such a great idea. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to go in the kitchen next and have some fun with vegetables, specifically the rutabaga. We're rooting for the rutabaga.
Yes.